Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up? What up, John Blaze? Talk of the town, heavy duty core DJs. Icon Radio, the home of quality independent music. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Be sure to download the app, free iPhone, Android, and check with some of the hottest independent records in the world. The next big artist, you never know. You know what I'm saying? So much talent, 24/7 independent music, quality independent music, and a lot of dope interviews. And I got a special guest in the building right now. We got my guy from Yuma, Arizona.
What up, though? What up, though? How y'all doing?
Hey, yo, Murda.
What's happening with it? What up, though?
What's good?
Man, up in the building, man. 928 Somerton, Yuma representing out
here.
Yeah.
Yuma, Arizona. So for those who don't know, Yuma, Arizona is about 3.5, 4 hours from Phoenix, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, myself being from a small town,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? I know the small town life. How small really is Yuma, though? Like, population, what are we looking at?
Man, I say close to 100,000 in the winter, if I'm not mistaken.
In the winter, yeah.
In the winter.
Because the snowbirds.
Yeah, the snowbirds,
Yeah.
and we get the agriculture. It's snowbirds in the winter, then the agriculture as well from the fields and stuff. We got a lot of migrant workers that go from Yuma to California, and they keep on going back and forth. So it does speed up like right now, but other than that, we kind of dry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So what was it like growing up in Yuma, man? Because, I know it's, especially doing music, you know what I'm saying? The resources aren't there, you know what I'm saying? Finding the studio, you know what I'm saying? Like just the outlets aren't there coming from a small town, so it makes things a little harder for you.
Yeah.
What were some of the obstacles you had to overcome, coming from a small town?
Man, like you said, coming from a small town, we don't really have too much. Studios that we did have were kind of hard to get into money-wise if you was young out there. Rapping in the closet, garage, 4 walls.
Yeah.
Just the
bathroom mic,
cardboard, egg cardboards on the wall, you know what I'm saying? Hold up with the pish puns. That's pretty much what it was, you know what I mean? And it's so small that we really don't get too many people to listen to Yuma like that, or to come to Yuma to see anybody like that. So we have to branch out, we have to. Definitely in the music game, you always want to branch out, but that's what we had to do a lot of. We had a pioneer like Cavi. You'd go from Yuma to California, Las Vegas, Albuquerque with Clica One in them. So he kind of showed a lot of the younger upcoming cats how to really maneuver and get down.
Yeah.
We got to go.
Right, you got to get out if you want to do your thing. Plus, I mean, that kind of really helps people, decide if that's what they want to do. So the ones who are doing it are really putting in the work.
No, for sure. If you out there in Yuma and you doing it, you grinding, you investing in yourself, you moving around, they know who you are. They know who you are. If you're not, they ain't gonna know who you are. You just gonna, no disrespect, you just making music.
Yeah. Big shout to A-Dub, you know what I'm saying? He's from Yuma as well.
Yeah.
There's a couple other cats out there too.
Pops, we got A-Dub, we got Pops, we got QVNTRO. He's a producer from out there.
Okay.
So we got a lot of dope talent coming from out there right now. We tapping in and we breaking ground for sure.
Right.
Definitely.
All right, so let's get a little background. How long have you been in the music game as far as like really pushing?
Really pushing, I want to say since 2017. Prior to that, around 2008, 2009, I was starting up. I did a show in Mexico, opened up for Keek the Sneak.
Okay.
When that whole movement was jumping off, and then I had a little gap.
Yeah.
And then started back in 2017, did my first local show out there, set it up myself. Because, like you said, small town, there wasn't them venues.
Yeah.
So I just was like, man, I'm trying to rap.
You got to do your own events if you want to just perform.
Rented out the venue, printed my own tickets, and that whole thing. So that was 2017, I want to say, for sure.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is because you were put in that predicament, lack of resources, lack of funds.
Yeah.
And then the town doesn't help either because of the politics.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got the police department and the permits and the licenses, the business owners. Yeah. I get it. I've seen it a million times. Like I've dealt with it myself.
Yeah.
Those are just more things that are obstacles to get in the way, but yet you still, you know what I'm saying, we're successful in making those things happen.
Yeah.
And what you don't think about though is along the way, you've actually learned so many business practices.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So are those things you think about that you've learned?
Man, honestly, music has made me a better businessman.
Yeah.
With the brand, the merch, dealing with, you know, a couple of our Indian tribes out there, the Kokopah and Kachan tribes out there. Even like you said, the politics, man. I've been contacted by the mayor because of certain issues out there during the whole protests and stuff like that. So
right.
You know, we got all that aspect up in there, but it's a little tricky.
Yeah, and one thing too is, you know, I don't think that they see the bigger picture. You know what I mean? As far as like the amount of people that you may be inspiring or affecting in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just looking at negativity of hip hop, because there's not a lot of it that goes on in these small towns. So like they're not understanding the culture and really what it is. So you know, props to you for you know, bringing stuff and those opportunities to you.
Yeah,
as well.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I definitely do put that work in out there, man, and just make sure I stomp on the ground as hard as I can so they can feel it.
Yeah, and along the way too, you're making fans as well, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. I got a nice little base, man. That they keep me motivated. They push me, you know, in different locations. I know people out in France and Spain that reach out. So that's something I never thought, coming from a small town. Like, you don't never think somebody on the other side of the sea is gonna hit you up about your music.
Right.
And it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point that it motivates you. It's fuel to me.
Yeah. And it's dope that you came up during the time where there was still a lot of hands-on footwork. You know what I'm saying? Boots on the ground type of shit. Whereas now, a lot of artists get into the game and everything's social media, you know what I mean? Sending messages and creating ads. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier, right?
Yeah. It's a lot easier these days. That's why I tell people it is a lot easier these days if you really maneuver it the right way. I like to use the new age stuff and then the old school stuff, like you know, hard copy CDs, flyers, posters up in buildings where people might just frequent. You know what I'm saying? Go tap in with the businesses that are popping in the local community. Put my flyers up in there. Like there's a couple spots out there that got my posters up. Yeah,
because even if you gotta look, I tell artists all the time, because you know I still press the CDs too, the mixtapes.
Yes, sir.
People ask, well, why the CDs? And I tell the artists, like, look at it like a flyer, because it's a hand-to-hand type of thing, and even if they don't listen to it, they're gonna remember you, because they're probably the only person that had an artist give them a something, anything, CD for that matter, in years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
so like you're making your presence known.
We just did that at Popeyes not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? We was right there. I told the dude at the window, like, man, you fuck with rap? And excuse my language. Okay, cool. And then he goes and like, yeah, man, popped out a couple CDs here, boom.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like he was so shocked the fact that somebody, you know, still doing that and just going out of their way to just go ahead and do that he goes and was like, man, he forgot to give me my forks for the mac and cheese.
Oh,
man.
damn.
Blaze.
Come on, Popeyes.
Come on, Blaze. I need my mac and cheese.
Did he forget the biscuits?
he put the biscuits in there, but the spicy chicken tenders, it was buzzing. I needed my fork for the mac and cheese.
Damn.
Baby. You know, I like my mac saucy, man.
I heard that. Yeah, no, it is definitely a thing that you know, people are gonna remember. You know what I'm saying? Not just this is one side of it though. You really hit all angles though. You do your own merch.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? The videos are on point. That's kind of like you're almost like the Renaissance type of artist. You know what I'm saying? That
appreciate that.
You move how artists are supposed to move, but they don't necessarily do it anymore. But I remember that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where, you know, the rap vans and pulling up to the shows and having the merch and everything. You know, the banners, the whole nine. Like, that's how you move, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how I move. Like I told you, I got the trunk full of merch. I got my backdrops. I got my CDs. Like, I feel like I got everything in order.
Yeah.
To wherever I go, I should be able to tap into 1, 2, 10, 20 people if I do the work.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna do it for me. My phone can only do so much.
Right.
It's like you say that. You know, I learned the first impression is the last impression, but no impression is no impression.
That's true.
So if I'm sitting there and I'm telling you that I want to rap, but I don't be like, hey, check this out or do this, then I'm already shooting myself in the foot.
Yeah.
I'm telling myself, no, I ain't got it before they do.
Right.
I can't live like that.
No, it's facts. Yo, so you said that there was a gap.
Yes, sir.
Between, you know, 09 to 16.
Yeah.
That was a big time as far as how things changed technology-wise. Social media came in, you know what I mean, was made a huge advance.
Yeah.
Were you doing music prior to?
Yes, I was doing music prior to. That's when I was rapping out the garage.
Okay.
And
so you were doing music. A.O. Murda was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was you was okay. So all right, 09 happens. You go away for a while.
Yeah.
Come back in 2016. What was the first thing that you like saw that changed?
Man, I heard about apps. Yeah. Like like the apps that was popping back then. Before that was Facebook. No, MySpace. I didn't have no Facebook.
Oh yeah, MySpace.
MySpace and Twitter.
Top 8.
Yeah, you feel me with the music playing and all the little codes to make that page popping. So
fucking codes.
You know what I'm saying? I had the MySpace.
Jeez.
I get out. You got Facebook. You got Instagram. You got Snapchat. You got all these avenues that I didn't have back then. And I was like, What's this?
Yeah,
man?
What is all
this?
this?
The game up with this, and showing up. That's how I've been fucking it up because you just learn how to tap in, and it's like I don't waste my time doing something that ain't gonna benefit me. Like if I'm on the phone, I'm on the phone networking.
Yeah,
I ain't on the phone humbugging with no females or gossiping about this and that. I'm on the phone working. That's me tapped into business, and it was a big change. Do you have this making CDs? Like making CDs, we didn't have that much avenues. Like you got the mixtapes, and we didn't have those platforms like that. So you had to go and buy CDs and burn them, and then which we did. We did
of course.
Put them on there and get the little graphic that you.
Yeah, it's a hustle. Ain't nothing different. I mean, it's just a hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna do it or you're not. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it changed a lot, man. A lot, and I just seen a lot of platforms open up and grow.
Yeah.
So it was something dope to see, and I was like, shit, I want to get it, man. I was hungry for it, and I was like, kind of thought about it. And then just music never leaves. Like if you got a love for music, it ain't never gonna go nowhere. Like never.
Right.
No shit. Ever, man. I used to write tracks that I remember just to pass time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to ask you next. Is while you were away, was it something that like did music really play a huge part getting you through that time? And was that how many records did you write? Do you think? Man,
I recorded one actually. I got one on wax.
Inside?
Yeah. I called my boy. It's called Forbidden Fruit.
Yeah.
It's on the album I gave you. It's called Forbidden Fruit. I remember the whole day that I did that, like it was yesterday. But the important part of when I was away was the music. Like the first album that I got was Bone Thugs' Greatest Hits. And my sister sent me that while I was in the county. My sister's writing me lyrics on postcards because we could only get postcards. So she got writing "I Ain't Mad at You," and then I'm in there, writing. It was a lot of poetry because I didn't have beats and stuff like that. I was fighting my case, so I was really trying to wiggle a certain way. But I would write poetry, just poetry, learn poetry, read about poetry, the different types of ways to do it. Like you got A, B, just different types. I was just learning the whole thing. I feel like it was a learning process for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you came out like with a lot of material.
Yeah, a lot of material, a lot of knowledge of how to structure things and just put things together for sure.
Okay, yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, you got to find the positive out of those situations.
Hey man, you got to keep that light with you. And music is life.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so this project that you have is out right now. Is it available digitally as well?
The with the CD, the Forbidden Fruit. Yeah, that's out on every platform: iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, YouTube. It's called A.O. Murda, Wanted Dead or Alive, and it's on every platform, man. Hard copy too. If you want one, hit me up. Yeah, for sure. New project on the way, and off that project, what's the name of the project coming up? That's that. I'm gonna call it That's That.
That's that. Okay,
that's
so that and that's the single,
and
the
that's
title.
The single for it.
Okay.
For sure.
I want to play the record. That's that. This is you got a video for it. Go ahead and set this up. How'd this record come about?
This record came about because I was sitting there, maybe frustrated about the whole circumstances, COVID, things ain't going wild. I want to get on stage. I want to gas. Maybe certain circumstances aren't allowing me to move how I want. Everybody in your ear about, hey, you got to do this. And I was like, man, fuck all that. I'm going to do what I do. Fuck what they talking about. And I'm going to just gas. And I'm going to just give them A.O. Murda and I'm going to kill shit. And so, I wrote that's that. Like, man, fuck what they talking about.
Yeah. All right, let's get to it. This is That's That right here. A.O. Murda in the building, Icon Radio. Let's go.
Fuck this one up right here, homie. Yeah. And I stay.
A.O. Murda in the building.
What up? We still here. Yeah.
All right, so
shout out to the town.
What you got the project coming out the end of
November.
November?
November, yeah, November, okay. Yes, sir.
What can we expect on this project?
Man, you could expect some slaps, man. This is a project with some slappers. We got that stab. We got locked in with my boy AZ Brutals. A bounce back with VP Casa and my boy Overdose Rugged Tracks. Shout out to him. Money Man, we got Pops on there. It's just it's Arizona, man. It's Arizona music. It's that dope. It's that dope work. You know what I'm saying? Quality, like you said, quality.
Yeah, very important.
It's invested. Recorded at my boy Precision Tune Studios out there. You know what I mean? And just pushed by the town. You know, and a lot of people giving it love. A lot of people heard a couple tracks, and they just feeling it, man. And I was just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put it together. And so now I'm in that point where just like, all right, like you said, get the mix and the master, make sure everything's right, make sure everything's set, and you know, get the graphics, make sure everything's in line, and that's kind of where the music's already done. Now it's just the final touches.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you mentioned Pops quite a bit.
Yes, sir. That's my dog, man. That's my dog. Yeah.
How has he played in a lot of this?
Man, like I said, one of the first shows that I did that I put together, I was looking for artists who was working, and we all got that's Overdose's family, that's his cousin. So we all kick it over there on the block on 7th Ave. Shout out to Ray P, and we just started linking up, man. And his work since that first show, he was like 17, 16 then.
Yeah.
And since that first day, he's been working like neck and neck with me.
Right.
Like, you know, everything. He's shooting, he's moving. Like, he's right there. We was over here in Phoenix like last week. We did he was in the video. He was in the back. He cameoed in the video. Then we took off to Tucson, the network, and just for that whole 24 hours, we're moving.
Yeah.
And he's touching everything. Like, he's learning, and I'm learning from him. We learn from each other as far as dealing with the local businesses and supporting them, and they support the artists every time.
Yeah.
So he's a beast. He's a beast, and I love that dude, man. Straight up.
Shout out to Pops. So explain what Cuddies is.
Cuddies, that's homie, partner, brother, hermano, amigo. You know, everything that's got to do with someone that wants you to prosper. Like that's what I'm about. Like I want
Where'd
my
that
dudes
come
to make
from
it.
though?
The Cuddies,
yeah,
that comes from Cut Those, but that's originated in the Bay.
Okay,
you know, I'm real tapped into the Bay. Shout out to Jay Diggs. You know, he came down to Yuma a couple times, but that's just the old school some, like, you know, a lot of people in the Midwest, you know, they say, they refer to the car as a cuddy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
it's got different ways. Yeah,
it just depends on how you say it, what you say, you know, the vernacular that you got, man, but that's how we use it, because we go by Cut Those, me and my boy Overdose. That's how we started. It was just me and him. Got to Cut Those. We both got it tatted for short. We actually came down to do a show 2017. And we were like, this is what it was, cut those, right? But we're like, damn, we need a merch. I need to shorten it down for some merch. What?
Right.
Cuddies, like, you know what I'm saying? This Cuddies. And then boom, we kept it. I trademarked it, LLC'd it, and just boom.
There it goes.
On that mug.
And that's why it's so important, man. Like, especially today, and especially now, man. Like in 2020, like you said, there's no shows, and I'm talking about all artists, all levels. There's no shows. None. Like, artists in this era, they don't make money on music. Like, unless you're getting millions and millions and millions of streams, that's a check. But even then, it's not like what it was when you were selling albums, you know what I'm saying? Like in the early 2000s. So all the money is in, you know, touring and doing shows and whatnot. And merch. And I feel like a lot of artists don't understand that yet. You were doing it even, you know what I'm saying, like, just something is a crew thing, and then you attach it to the music, and now you're like, oh, this is really working, right?
Yeah, man. People were supporting it. Just if you got it, man, this is something that if you know the game, if you know life, like, if you got it, they're gonna come get it.
Right.
Like, you know, build it, they will come. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? As an artist, you might as well have everything covered, and instead of not have it. You might as well spend your money on your posters. You might as well spend money on your flyers. CDs, like everybody, like you said, the question, why CDs? Why CDs?
Right.
My thing is, why not? Because I'm selling.
Yeah.
I'm selling. So I don't know. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't have that money to reinvest in the studio time or in production.
Yeah.
Like, it's an avenue, man. It's
if they buying, we selling,
you
man.
feel me, man. Let them know, man. Let them know.
You feel me? Yes, sir. Yo, so in 2020, man, like, you know, it's been a crazy ass year. I can't imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a businessman, you know, you saw a different side of it though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you saw the opportunities, right?
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like you said, man, you gotta make the best of a bad situation. And I was like, damn. So the first move that I made when the whole COVID started, because I got the merch brand, I said, well, damn, we're gonna need these.
Yeah.
I
jump on that.
I was the first one in my town jumping on that. I kid you not.
Word.
I was the first one in my town, like hotcakes, man. I sold out every day.
Damn.
I'm out there meeting people at Walmart. I hear boom, boom, boom. So I passed my merch out through a pandemic. They might have known I rap, but they on Facebook Exchange and then
Really. That's awesome.
I had to flip that.
That's the hustle.
Had to flip that.
And that's the true hustle, man. Take it, like you said, make the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah, you had to flip that.
Yeah. All right. You said you grew up listening to a lot of Bay,
Mac Dre, Mac Mall, Andre Nicotina, Equipto, Jay Diggs, and then obviously my main Tupac, Ice Cube, heavy West Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
But a lot of old school because when my pops he put me onto the East Coast, the KRS-One, the old school. You know what I mean? So I got a whole lot of just music influence, man. My mom, she used to take me to cruise night when I was young, so I'm bumping the music.
Nice.
My mom really put me on, man. She grew up by, a single mother.
Yeah.
And she put me on to all the music because I'm hearing it on the back,
She had all the slaps.
She had all the slaps. Shout out to Mom. Love you, Mom.
Oh, did you say that who sent you to Bone Thugs?
My sister, Bianca.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to my sister,
Older
Bianca,
or younger?
man. She younger. Bianca, man, she always hold me down, man. She be getting on people's helmet if they be tripping.
Oh, yeah. Don't mess with sis.
Yeah, don't mess with sis. She gonna get at you worse than I will.
All right. What was I gonna ask you? Okay, so 21, you're gonna have this new project. Like, if everything shows and everything come back, like, what's the goal for 21?
I'm finna take off.
Because, I mean, you've been moving in 20.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But what's 21 look like
2021 looks dope, man. I'm finna take off.
Yeah.
Like, even thinking about it, you asking me that question, I'm just like, I'm finna go. Like, there ain't nothing else. I have to. I got to give it my all. If I don't, man, I better quit the shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going, man. I plan on traveling a lot. I plan on traveling a lot to different places. Like we spoke on Colorado. I got family in Texas, Chicago. I got people in Grand Rapids, everywhere, man. So I'm tapping in with my family. Like I was telling you, I'm barely getting to know that side as well. Yeah. So they all rooting for me now, and they're just like, hey, you're setting it up.
So we talked about this the other day with a couple artists. Actually, the last artist I had here, Desert Baby.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Desert Baby, man. Me and him we was on the same yard together.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we was on the same. We weren't in the same building, but we were on the same yard, and I would hear a lot of people speak on Trey Pound in the best way. Yeah. So we was on the same area right there, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
So he killing it though. Shout out to Desert Baby.
So one thing that we're talking about is he's also black and Mexican. You know what I'm saying? And he makes it a point to represent both sides. You know what I'm saying? As him, of course, as a person, but in his music. Yeah. And in Arizona, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little easier, you know what I'm saying, for cultures to coexist, you know what I'm saying? Especially in Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? But, like, compared to LA, it's a lot different. What was that like for you, you know what I'm saying, in Yuma, and how much of that really plays a part in your music and who you are?
Shoot, growing up in Yuma, mixed race, black and Mexican, I didn't know what it was until, about middle school, you know what I'm saying? When I started when I started knowing what race really was. Because, nowadays, when you kid, you innocent, you don't know what's what. Yeah. So when it started transitioning to the music, you do get some people who would be like, oh, why don't you tap into more Chicano rapper, or you grew up in Somerton, you're Mexican. Yeah, they don't say, oh, you're not black. But I'm like, man, I'm black. This is what it is. This ain't no fun. This ain't no act. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it just, I'm accepted. Now I'm accepted, and I've been accepted. But even if I'm not, I still push the line. Like, my tata, he from Aguascalientes, Sinaloa. Yeah. So, my mom, she Latina. My nana Chicana, my dad, he black. So I'm riding with that. Like, I'm riding. I gotta ride with that, and I put it in my music too. You know what I'm saying? I'm versatile, so I'm English and Spanish in my raps as well.
Damn.
Cause
that's really dope, man.
I'm fluent. I'm so fluent.
Yeah, I can tell. I can hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah, I grew up, man. Shoot, my nana, my tata used to always listen to watch novellas. So when they're watching novellas, I'm sitting there like just listening, and I learn Spanish. My son, I wish he learned Spanish, but nowadays it's a little bit harder. They got Fortnite.
So, right, yeah. The novellas aren't on
the
anymore.
The novellas, ya, Dos Mujeres Un Camino ya no salen.
Yo, the novellas would be on really loud too.
Yeah.
Like Nana would have those on so loud, like
yeah, 5 o'clock, and they lit too, man. They lit too.
They were. Man, I miss those days.
That's
I really
right.
do. What was that like? What was that like? Being inside. You know what I'm saying? Having both cultures.
Oh shit! When I was in, so I ran with the blacks. You know what I'm saying? I ran with the blacks, but it's a whack ass place to be like that because it's so segregated. In Arizona, prison politics is segregation. Till recently, they started trying to integrate. But it's just me being half black, half Mexican. Like, I ain't racist towards anybody. I ain't got no racist blood in my body. So when you sitting there and you kind of, hey, who you running with? I got homies like my boy in my video that set it all up. He Mexican, he raza. So, but he don't rock like that. So you kind of forced to be like that. You can't share soups with people. You can't eat with people. And I was like, damn, man. That's one of the things I remember always saying, man, I hate the racist ass shit in here. Like, I hated it. Like, I just didn't fuck with it. Because my kids is Mexican black. My baby mama, she Mexican. My mom Mexican. Like, everybody I love is both races. So, I didn't fuck with that.
Yeah, that's got to be tough, man. That really is. It's got to be tough. And those are things that a lot of people don't think about. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I was a mentor in there. Mentoring and helping out other inmates who was going through crazy situations. They need to talk to somebody, and they were feeling like they was dealing with a situation that they couldn't kind of get off their shoulders themselves. Say a relationship situation, trouble at home, maybe might have lost somebody. I was a level-headed dude that they come talk to and just chop it up with, and just try to give them some insight. Yeah.
What's if you could give some advice to a young cat, you know what I mean, wilding?
Shit, man, just know that the road is right there, man. And sometimes the walls get in your way, and once the walls get in your way, you're gonna have 4 around you. And you don't want to be in that situation, man, because once you in that motherfucker, you can't get up out.
Yeah.
You can't get up out. Fortunately, I beat my case on appeal, and I was able to cut my sentence short from 10 years to 6. But I still took 6 years to beat that case and over to them to overturn it and say, hey, well, you should have just served 3. You know what I'm saying? Because in that 3, I lost my grandfather while I was in there. Yeah. So that was a big, man.
What was the biggest thing that you took from, like obviously the time, you lost that time.
Yeah.
What was the biggest thing that you coming out of that?
That man, when you in a place like that where you can't just automatically get up and go hug a loved one or go talk to your son if somebody's picking on him. It was family, man, like just not being able to be there for my family, because honestly I didn't have too many partners around that really fuck with me like that while I was locked up. They was there before, but while I was in there, it was mom, nana, tata, you know what I'm saying, my kids, my sisters, just family. So just the hurt that I put on them, I was like, I don't want to do that shit again. Like seeing my grandpa go up there and see me in his wheelchair, knowing the trip is rough, you know what I mean? I'm damn, you just don't understand the impact. So if you're out there fucking up, man, just know, everything done in the dark comes to light. I ain't knocking anybody for doing nothing, hustling, doing what they got to do. I know it's hard out here, but shit, just know that when you're in a bad situation, kind of your family's kind of faced with that.
Yeah.
If not, you're gonna be in there washing clothes for soups and shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ayo, Murda.
Ayo, Murda, baby.
I glad that you made it, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.
And I'm glad that, it's dope to see you take everything that you've been through, and use the positivity. Every time I've talked to you, it's always been positive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And you use that energy to push your craft and your passion, you know what I'm saying? And just that's why so many, I noticed you get a lot of people support you, man, and that's probably the reason why. I mean, your music's dope too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's definitely how you go about things, and I think as long as you keep that up, you're gonna see success anywhere you go.
Yeah,
I
appreciate that, man. They show love, man. They show love, and I try to do my best to motivate, man. My thing is mind state, stay motivated. When you do that, man, you gonna keep on pushing, man, and that's what it is. Like, shit, if you a good light, people gonna walk to it.
It's facts.
If you're a good light, people gonna walk to it, man. You in a dark place, man. You see some light, you're like, man, fuck, I need some of that energy.
Yeah. I ain't trying to go to that dark alley.
Yeah, I ain't trying to stuck on that.
Shit, I'm afraid of the dark.
You heard me.
Yeah, shit.
Shout out to Blaze, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you, and We look forward to the project.
Most definitely, man. That's that. Dropping everywhere mid-November. You know what I'm saying? The whole EP, man. Check it out. Slap it, man. Fuck with your boy, Ayo Murda, man. Shout out to the 928, Somerton, Arizona. Everybody out there getting it. Love you, mama.
Let's go.
My partner, Yo Web. What up, though?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One more time.
One more time.
For
Baby,
Ayo Murda. Yuma AZ. What up? Let's go.
928, what's happening? Shout out to Rodney Wheeler.